breeding policy of the SA Boergoat Breeders Association. In terms of Clause 3.3.5 of the Constitution, the Council of the SABGA compiled a breeding policy that complies with the requirements contained in the Constitution. Objective measurement of all measurable economically significant traits. Standard of excellence for visual evaluation. A sound breeding policy for a meat-producing goat must be based on the following requirements. Number 1, reproduction. The reproduction rate is the most important trait that affects the profitability of stock farming. The factors that affect reproduction rate, among others, and for the breeders, must select the breeding policy for the following. Net reproduction rate. Fecundity is an important economic trait. Every Boer goat ewe must have a lambing interval of fewer than 365 days. Rams contribute 50% to breeding, and it is therefore very important that breeding rams are fertile. High libido and mating skill are requirements for breeding sires. Fecundity and milk production ewes must always be measured relative to one another as an ewing production index. The ultimate goal must be to have few ewes that regularly wean heavy lambs. Be particularly careful of ewes who often have multiple births but are incapable of raising them all properly. Milk production. The quantity of milk of a lactating ewe is measured by the growth capacity of her lambs. The lactating udder must be well attached and developed with good teats. A lamb can easily nurse from. Milk production and mothering traits are the basic components of meat production on which commercial goat farming is based. 1.3. Mothering traits. This mystical trait of an ewe to be able to care for her lamb can be measured only by the weight of the weaned lamb. It provides the mother with a special ability to overcome shortcomings or defects such as calabash, teats, vermin, etc. This trait may never be ignored in any selection program. Point number 2, production. Growth capacity. The majority of goats in South Africa are market-based on weight. Profitability is determined by the total weight of lambs weaned per year. In selecting meat goats for growth capacity, 2 factors must be considered. Weaning weight. The weaning weight is largely an indication of the ewe's milk production and mothering traits, but it also gives a good indication of the lamb's own growth potential. Post-weaning weight. The increase in weight after weaning is an indication of the lamb's genetic ability to produce progeny that will weigh heavier at a weaning age. Although it is less important than weaning weight, this weight can be used to monitor late maturing animals as well as identify animals that adapt well under natural production conditions.